My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Erica Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. Now, this video has gone up today, on Saturday. That always makes me laugh. On Saturday, of course, I recorded it yesterday on Friday, and as I am sitting here recording this, I plan to do the final touches for 1.2 and release it. So, hopefully, by the time you're even watching this, you've got 1.2. However, last time I said that, it was then a week later that I hoped to release 1.2, so I shouldn't really have said it, but I've said it now, so screw it. Here we are. Deal with the consequences. 1.2 is looking incredibly good fun. Now, if you haven't read the changelog already, do have a read of that. Keep up on current events. You can get to it by clicking the link in the description and then following the path through the changelogs 1.2. and have a read of the Dropbox file. Secondly, if you go over to ModDB, I posted up all the pictures that the Elite Dwarf has done for the campaign strategy model. So all of the new models you get in the campaign map, their images are all posted up on ModDB. So you can see them and read about them and have fun with that. And they're also on Total War Center, but mostly on ModDB. But we've been cut short because Oin the Just, defending the bridge, the ruined bridge of Tharbad, is now having to fight off a Flanagan the Fat, who comes at us with Dunherd champions, quite a lot of spearmen, a couple of units of horsemen, and a couple of units of warriors. But he's supported by Captain Wolf, who comes with all the berserkers. And the auto-resolve does not think we're going to win. Well, I see your auto-resolve chances, and I raise you. Victory for the dwarves! It shall be ours. It's quite disappointing coming back to this. After yesterday, I did a test of 1.2, the installer on my own build, and then just zoomed around the map looking at all the changes Elite has made, and it adds so much cool stuff. And then to come back to this one where I've got none of his changes is quite soul-crushing. But there we are. Well, this is the Tharbad Bridge battle map. Sadly, of course, it's not a ruined bridge. We don't have really the skill to edit battle maps. I mean, I probably could learn how to do it. It's not too bad, and we could have some sort of ruined bridge with, and then the actual passing is over the river, like next to it or something. But, is my official response. Right, the enemy's got a few units of cavalry, and we do get stakes, so we'd be remiss if we didn't at least throw a couple down. But you can only place them in very specific locations. There we are. No one else can actually use the stakes, so that will do. Archers, how are we going to want this? They don't really have too many archers, did they? We need you far enough back that you can shoot over our troops and hit their troops. But that's all the archers we've got, save for the crossbowmen. Alright, you're going to be the front line. Supported by those. Then the nobles will be more support roles, so we'll use the 2 units of melee. And the nobles and Oin will support. And we can do this.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Alright, crossbows go perfectly behind. I know I shouldn't really get you fighting on the stakes, but they don't really have enough cavalry for... They only have like 2 units of cavalry actually, don't they? So the stakes are totally irrelevant. Didn't really need them. Block the gaps. Where's the other 31? Oh, they're in there. Good. Now, keep them back. You're our best unit. Far and away our best early game unit, the sentries. They're incredibly good in this early game. Do what you can, man. Do what you can. Hopefully we can get a bit of a backlog, and that will allow our units to shoot perfectly over them. Look how cool they look! If you'll forgive the horns on the helmet. Because as we all know, Vikings didn't actually have horns, because it allows the enemy to grab your horned helmet and rip it off your head. But we've given it to the dwarves, and they look cool. And they're firing perfectly down, straight into the dun landings. You guys get involved, you guys get involved. Don't defend anymore. Pretty sure Dunherd champions get a bonus against armor piercing bonus as well. But every unit they've got, say for the cavalry, is already involved, and our biggest threat, the berserkers, are miles away, making some distance from the far reaches of the map. But everything else is already here, bunched up, fighting. Move up. Nothing stands taller than the might of the dwarf. Hey, you just ran over the stakes. I saw it. Oh, they're going for a bloody surge again, just like the Woodland Realm campaign. Don't stop shooting. Fire at something. Now you're going to have to fight them. Oh, what do they use when they're not using their... Oh, they have little one-handed hammers. Alright, well they've broken that side, so what we're going to do... shoot right into the side, hopefully. Yeah, perfect. Make it a bit wider. Come on, point blank. I need lots of point blanks. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. Death and destruction. They're shooting and getting involved as well. Oh, even they are. Arcing shots, but still getting involved. Our line is holding, but it's being really surged back. But with this addition of these archers on the side, hopefully we can turn it a bit. Even at the moment. The cavalry at least was all killed. Either the stakes or charging headlong into pikemen. But either way, the cavalry was killed. Oh, our defenders are... Oh, hello, there's a fort back here. A very strange looking one that's textures sort of popped out then. I forgot that you guys even existed. You're not going to be much help, but it might use you somehow. You might as well just stay where you are. I can't believe the blessing they've been given with the range they've got. That's ridiculous. Why is the enemy not diverting just one unit over to attack them? Just one unit. That's all they need to add in. One simple unit. But anyway, to go back to the thing now that we've got a bit of time. On ModDB, every single change the Elite Dwarf has done for 1.2 is there in its own individual picture. So you can look through the gallery of changes from him. There's a change log on Total Center, as I've said. So you can see that there. And of course, I will do a how to install 1.2 video, because I must warn you once again that the installation is slightly different. And although I put that in words in our testing group, 2 of our testers managed to install it incorrectly, and I'm really concerned. So many of you are going to install this one incorrectly, because it's... Many of you struggle to install the other version anyway. And I get no end of, oh, I installed it properly, but it doesn't work. Well, you didn't install it properly. But now, there's going to be the added little fact that I've changed the installation by just one simple change to the installer. You click on one folder earlier than you used to. So whereas before I needed you to click on Third Age if you needed to change the directory path, well, now you don't click on Third Age 3, you click on the folder mods. That's it. Or you can just write it in yourself. That's the easiest way. But that tiny little change is going to ruin everything. But going forward, they're all now going to be like that. So that's going to be the new way that we get you to install them all, just so that we can add the cleaner in. Part of me, though, wants to not reward idiocy with hand-holding. And maybe that's the, I don't know, intellectual snob within me, but I don't want to make it easier for people who can't do basic things. And that's bad, though, because obviously these people need a hand, and we should help them, being the modding team and the mod leader. But part of me really, really feels like I've failed somehow when I have to make things even easier when they're already easy. But I shouldn't moan about that, that's bad. But then many of you would also agree, though. I mean, those amongst you, there would be many amongst you, I'm sure, who would agree that it's very easy to install already. And if people are already struggling, then maybe this modding malarkey is just not for them, as I said in the last one. But I shouldn't really take that view. Anywho, those archers are finished, so next archers are up. As this seems to be a bit of a pattern. Let's try and get those black lots involved, because they have used nothing so far. And also, you guys continue to just do your arcing shot. I'm pretty sure these archers are all that are keeping us holding. A dwarven battle line is very hard to break, and as you can see, the nobles are really doing well. Or possibly just because all we can see is the nobles, but... And I think Oin is at least sort of being kept out of the battle. Yeah, that's him at the back there, isn't it? Or is that him there with the... Yeah, the short guy there. Obviously, with these archers clearing out that left-hand side. Oh, apparently the crossbowmen are getting involved as well. Oh, we're starting to take them in the stats. It's perfect. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. Next, and this one's the crossbowman. I'm looking forward to this.
In the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Come on, move. You sorry lot. Get a jog on. Into position, please. Crossbowman. Fire! Or lock. Load. I don't know what you do with a crossbow. Load it, I suppose. Oh, that would be absolutely brutal. These men don't wear armor. From that kind of range with a crossbow is just ridiculously powerful. Now, have you guys finished? Yes, you have. So I want you to come over and attack from this side. Cavalry, join them. Next. They are going to mow the enemy down so much. Look at the dead bodies. That entire side of dead is all from arrow fire. It looks so cool, doesn't it? Why would you not run? Someone charge them. I don't even want to see this carnage endure. They've still got a lot left alive, though. You're going to have to get involved. There goes the horn, sounding the charge of the dwarves. Some support has arrived on that flank. And some people are routing. Yes. Let's capitalize on this. Come and get involved. Come and get involved. Those two, just the numbers alone will help here.
For the moment the fortune of battle goes our way, let's pray it remains as such.
Alright, cavalry. There's a better task that must be done with you now. Go and chase down some of these runners. That was quite useful that they arrived, actually, wasn't it? I think we are going to win now. Never doubted it for an instant. What? Use those guys to capture the routing. Did they have a general? Yeah, they did, didn't they? Fallon. And as some people have pointed out, the Dunlending general is actually quite a powerful bodyguard unit. The the nobles, or whatever they're called, chieftains, warriors, or something. I can't remember what I called them. Chieftain's bodyguard. Apparently they're quite good. Should we find out? Chieftain's bodyguard. Oh, they are armor piercing. Ah, no wonder they're good then. Give Dunland a little bit of strength. Fire! It's so good. Now their surge has turned against them. Although Oin's down to only 3 people. Oh dear. Oin, where are you as well, actually? Oh, there he is.
My lord, only half our force remains.
I think. Can't see him. I pressed delete. No, he should be like bang in the center of the screen. I think that is him. Pretty sure.
The enemy army flees the field.
Ah, the enemy's broken.
Captured the enemy general. That will
Nah,
teach
it's all
the
over.
cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
The few that are still fighting will stop soon enough.
The enemy general lies dead. Let the crows have his... Look how our cowardly foe runs. It is time to press the attack.
Oh, yeah, so that is your general. The one with the little short hat. I don't think anything can be captured, really. We did remarkably well, men. An outstanding victory at the Bridge of Tharbad.
Our foe is
Oh,
utterly
good lord,
vanquished.
a really good
Let
victory.
all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
Blacklock Engineers got 206, Travellers 204, 242, 146. So they didn't actually do too amazingly, but look at the stats with the nobles. 542 kills from the Oricani nobles alone. That's some really good killing right there. The Battle of Tharbad, I think this is going to be called then. That would seem to match up rather splendidly. What should we do with them?
Yes, a most... Surely you'd rather...
Sorry, men. Dunland have deemed you unworthy. I believe we've just taken, to quote Wallace and Gromit, the bounce has just gone from Dunland's bungee. The ring is in Khazad-dûm.
Aye, my liege.
Now you can definitely
We
besiege
must
the town.
battle.
I believe we've got enough,
We
and
shall
they have
hold them
nothing.
to siege,
We don't want them to
sire.
train anything more. We
Awaiting
must
your
capitalise on our victory, men.
My king. By your will, sire. we
Barlin
shall
returns. Barlin's very powerful, and the enemy dies.
engage. Glory and honor.
Not much we can do there. We're making good money, and
Where's
Thror
the
the
fight?
Chivalrous makes his way
March.
past Captain Gazbug.
Set watches.
Where should we send you? I think we
Yes,
should probably
yes.
send you to Dunyard. Our forces in the north have got enough,
make
and there's a
time
very
for
strong
your
possibility
lives.
that Isengard might decide to get involved. I don't know how powerful they are at the moment, or if at all. They might not even be powerful. Lothlorien are taking a beating, though. I'm so want to play on the version 1.2 base. There's so many little changes to that game that I want. Coruscant does not look like that anymore in Divide and Conquer. When you are playing 1.2, if you've already got it, which is technically the plan as I record this, but by the time you watch this tomorrow on Saturday, I don't know where we'll be. But Coruscant doesn't look like that anymore in your version. It looks cool, although I must confess that that is one of my favourite models of the old school version, and that's one that I actually do quite like. So I'm quite tempted to see the return of that one, like maybe get that one to be a single town somewhere, although we're running out of space for individual towns. But maybe make that, like, for example, Dale. If we do go down the everybody gets a unique look, that one fits quite nicely for Dale, because the blue roofs represent the blue colour we've given Dale. So maybe we could make that Dale's, like, large city or something, and resize it a bit to match, but we'll see. Elite Dwarf skills are very, very good, so I'm happy to put many things in his hands and just add the odd proviso here and there. But another end turn.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Oh, I forgot to send a message to you, didn't I? I'd like trade rights, and how about some map info? No, you're not on that. Just trade rights.
You
then.
hold us at ransom, and
I'll tell you what. I'll give you
else
my
do
map
you
information
suggest?
if you give me some money. 500 for map info. What are you saying? Yeah.
It's until we meet again.
Thank you, Dorwinian. Your gold will go to use. Oh dear. Cough, cough, cough. Even drinking is making me cough. Gaped it down too quickly, made me splutter. We've been awarded 1,000 gold. Excellent. I don't know what else is really going on, is it? You can retrain those, and can you get 2 free upkeep here? 1 from that. No, you can only get 1. But take both of those anyway.
Aye, Lord. Aye. Onward. Command me. Aye.
I wonder what they've got north of the bridge. Well, they've certainly got Argond, which is in Caledon, which is about there-ish. But do they have Matrice, which is about here-ish? Or is it about there, actually? I think it's about there. Well, it's either there or there. Because we can't see beyond southern Feodor. Spiritland!
My king.
But Thror the
Where's the
Chivalrous
fight?
has arrived. And he makes his way south.
We
Do
may
I assume the
come, dear
Dunlending capital?
lads.
No, the Dunlending capital must be Tharbad still. Yes, it is. But the Misty Mountains aren't posing too much of a threat anymore. And we're starting to make some money, actually. Oh, we've got good garrisons, but they're not giving us free garrison. So, ship some troops back over to that side to capitalise on the free.
Aye, sire. Move out.
There we are. And again, another intern, I believe. I couldn't get map information because we don't really have enough map info to sell. No one really wants to know anything about our map information.
Yes, sire. Of course, sire.
So another intern. Now, the future beyond 1.2, as I spoke of in the Woodland Realm video, is one of difficulty. Quite literally. We're going to attempt to make some factions a little bit harder. But as some people have now then counter-commented, saying, I don't want Mordor or Harad being made easier, because I really like them. They're relaxing and simple campaigns. And so things will be taken into account. Mordor, by no stretch of the imagination, is ever going to be a difficult campaign. So, no, don't worry about that. But, we can certainly at least make it slightly harder. Because at the minute it is 0 challenge. And we want it to at least have some sort of semblance of challenge. Tilly is John Rhys Davis. But a different version of him. Which is cool, I think. Right, train those 2 because they'll be the actual... We get 2 free upkeep here, so we'll take those 2. And... Tilly. So,
Right.
Barlin, you go
My king,
with Thror
where's
as
the
he passes
fight?
by.
Very well. Aye, noble sire.
Command that army,
Aye, noble sire.
because you're just
Joining our
better than
forces.
him. Tilly, you hold on as the
All
governor
right,
of
aye,
Dunlarak.
sire.
Consolidate.
March.
We'll grow a bit quicker with a proper governor. Try and take that off our hands. Oh, we're making no money. 0 money. Something you'll notice when you play the next one is at the minute that says Army, Town, Agents, and if you click on a city it says Army, City, Agents. Well, when you click on a castle in version 1.1 it says Castle. When you click on a castle in the new upcoming version it will say Stronghold. So it's not a bug. Just don't worry about it. Now, something that you are all going to moan about if you ever come across it is the battle map for the Evil Men forts. So in the south of the map, in Harad and Umbar, and a few in Rune as well, there's a new fort, and it's taken from the base game. It's the Middle Eastern style fort. But for reasons that are completely unbeknown to me, and I also got no feedback from the Total War Center Modding Union, the fort on the battle map displays as if half of the fort is kind of in shadow. So the textures for the fort are present. Like, you can see the brickwork, you can see the windows, you can see all of that. But half of the fort is kind of a dull blackish kind of colour, and the other half is the normal creamy brick colour. And I cannot for the life of me work out why. So instead of turning it back into a boring generic Northmen fort, I thought I'd at least roll with it. And so that's exactly what I did. And so the fort on the battle map has this sort of half shadowy version of itself, which some of you, well, almost all of you, will certainly think is a bug. But it's not.
We've marched our limit.
Right, until we can get free upkeep, which we can never will with those because they're actually Erebor units. We'll move them to the fort where you get generic free upkeep. You'll go to that fort where you'll get complete free upkeep, because he's got enough now to hold that. Northern Tharbad, 3 more turns, and Barlin has crossed the river. Dunland retreated to Dunyard. Oh, where they've got some wolf swordsmen. Oh, they've got some of their better units out. Exciting, exciting news. I'm surprised that the turn times are going quickly, because they went slowly when I was testing the modding build version. So why they sped up again, I don't know. Jesus Christ! Where on earth has he just come from? He wasn't there a minute ago.
Set a constant watch. The enemy lays siege.
We are besieged. I am beset on all sides by the ironies of my life.
By your will. Yes, my king.
Name that film. One of my favourite films, actually. Outside of Lord of the Rings, in fact, it is my favourite film. I've got a massive, massive interest in Japanese culture. In fact, I took a Japanese culture and society module at university in my first year, when your education doesn't really matter at university, and all you've got to do is pass to get on to the next year. I took a Japanese culture and society module, and I bloody loved it.
Aye, sire.
I think I've said that before.
That'll do 'em today, sire.
Sorry. I've also now been to Japan, so building on my knowledge. But we are just awaiting our expansion, although these armies are going to be a bit of a challenge.
I'm gonna stick
Certainly that one. Oh, the Misty Mountains have got their elite units out. The Barracks event has well and truly come, everyone. And the Misty Mountains are capitalising on that. Now that army I'm not worried about at all. It's too small, and we've got the support, and the Khazad-dûm battle map on that side's quite easy. Now this one I think we'll be alright, because we've got a unit of sentries, we've got 1 unit of archers. No, I think we're going to struggle. It's going to be a challenge. However, I am going to end the episode just before those fights all kick off. So in the next one, we're going to be potentially defending against Northern Tharbad, potentially defending against Dunyard, and fighting off of both Khazad-dûm West and Khazad-dûm. So do stay tuned for that. I do hope sincerely that 1.2 is already out by the time this video goes up. Saturday, the 7th of January, 2017. I hope 1.2's already reached you all. If not, it will be let tomorrow, I expect. So it's coming. But for now, and until we speak again, any questions, pop them in the comments below. But Navarn den Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.